GBI Director Vic Reynolds says the inmate charged in this indictment returned June 28th was convicted of several offenses, including armed robbery in Fulton County. And though this prison is elsewhere in the state, the ramifications of this case go far beyond prison walls. The other defendant was supposed to be one of the good guys.
I'm not talking about $100 or I'm talking about $29,000 they brought into the state prison system.
Georgia Bureau of Investigation Director Vic Reynolds says the case involves a convict, a corrections officer, now fired, contraband, and cash, lots of cash, approximately $29,000, smuggled into Smith State Prison in Glenville to bribe guards. $29,000 in bribes?
$29,000, yes, sir. That's what we believe the purpose of it was, and we believe ultimately we'll be able to show that in a court of law.
What does that say about how widespread corruption was in Smith State Prison?
Well, there's certainly a problem there. You know, thankfully, the Department of Corrections is working with us, the GBI, to try to find out what's going on, how far it goes.
Reynolds says Irion Moore has been indicted for furnishing prohibited items to inmates and violation of oath. He says the oath was for her job as a corrections officer, a job she was fired from in April of 2021 after the Georgia Department of Corrections uncovered her attempt to smuggle in the roughly $29,000 to Smith State Prison. Also charged in the June 28th indictment is Devon Waller, the alleged vice president of a criminal ring inside the prison called the East St. Laurent Squad. The GBI director says Ms. Moore and Waller had a romantic relationship while he was an inmate at Smith and she was an officer. Among Waller's charges, unauthorized possession of weapon by inmate, a charge involving machetes, and 2 counts of possession of prohibited items by inmates, one involving methamphetamine and one involving cell phones and chargers.
We've got to stop it. We've got to make it end, and got to make it end soon.
The GBI director says another indictment returned in April charges 4 people with the murder of 88-year-old pillar of the community and church Bobby Kicklighter, which happened when a hitman went to the wrong house in Glenville intending to kill an honest corrections officer.
We had a good officer at the Department of Corrections who could not be corrupted, he couldn't be bought, he couldn't be intimidated.
Reynolds says the murder investigation led the GBI and corrections investigators to a web of corruption surrounding the prison contraband trade at Smith, and the number of officers corrupted has yet to be determined.
The DOC has worked with us. They stand side by side with us in this investigation, and together I believe we'll find exactly where it goes. How high it goes, I don't know, but we ultimately will find that out.
Now, I don't believe that former Officer Moore was charged with the meth and machetes. His spokesman says the state public defender system represents Irion Moore, but it was too early to say anything substantive about the charges. Same for 3 of the defendants in the murder case represented by public defenders. We reached out to a lawyer for the 4th today. He gave me the impression he did not believe it was the appropriate time for him to comment. We do not know if Waller has a lawyer for this yet. Reynolds says the $29,000 or so was intercepted before it could be used for bribes. Reporting live at GBI headquarters, Mark Winning, Channel 2 Action News.